Welcome back to Stars Aligned. This is your Capricorn horoscope for May of 2026. Here is what you need to know before we get into the details. May is a month of stabilization and quiet transformation. After the fire of April, the energies of May ground down. Your mind slows. Your decisions become more deliberate. And the universe begins a 7-year reorganization of your daily life through the transit of Uranus in your 6th house of work, routine, and health. Alongside this slow restructuring, the month hands you an unusually joyful new moon in your 5th house, a rare gift for a Capricorn because it opens the door of the heart. 3 dates will shape the month most powerfully. May 16th, when a hopeful new moon favorable to your sign refreshes your creative life, your romantic life, and the voice of your heart. May 22nd, when the Sun meets Uranus and a 7-year reorganization of your daily life officially begins. And May 31st, when a tense full moon closes a long chapter you have been quietly carrying. Pay attention to these 3 dates. They are the structural turning points of your month. Now let us walk through it properly. Let us start with the backdrop. Uranus returned to Gemini on April 26th, just before May began, and it will stay there for the next 7 years. For you as a Capricorn, Uranus in Gemini activates your 6th house of daily work, routine, health, and the practical organization of your life. This is the house where Uranus will be breaking old patterns you may not have chosen, but have been living anyway. The way your workday is structured, the rhythm of your responsibilities, the daily habits that shape your body and energy. Change here may not come from your own desire for change. It may come through circumstance, a company reorganization, a shift in household logistics, a health signal that demands attention. May is where the first signal arrives. Now here is what is actually happening in May. The month opens on May 1st with a full moon at 11 degrees of Scorpio. This full moon lands in your 11th house of community, friendships, and social presence. Something collective is reaching completion. A group project, a collaborative work effort, a long-planned gathering with friends or colleagues, a course or program you have been taking with others, a meeting of colleagues outside of the usual work setting. Scorpio full moons intensify whatever they touch, so whatever completes around May 1st will feel emotionally weighty and memorable. You may also sense that this completion shows you something about where you stand in your social or professional community, that there is something in your life that quietly distinguishes you from the people around you. Let yourself feel that. It is earned. From May 3rd through May 17th, Mercury moves through Taurus and sits in your 5th house of creativity, romance, children, and joy, forming a supportive aspect to your sign. This is a rare and welcome transit for a Capricorn. Your mind softens. Your words become more reflective. And your attention turns toward the things your heart actually wants rather than what your discipline demands. This is a period for conversations with people you love, time with your children, interactions with a romantic partner that feel lighter than usual, inspiration for a creative project you have been quietly considering. This is also an excellent window for generating new ideas about your work, but ideas born from pleasure rather than duty. On May 5th, Mars and Jupiter form a tense aspect, while Mercury and Pluto also form a tense aspect. This is the most difficult day of the month. Arguments about money, family finances, or authority figures pressing their weight on you are all possible. Do not schedule important decisions, meetings, or confrontations on May 5th. Whatever can wait, let it wait. On May 6th, Venus forms a tense aspect to the black moon in its mundane placement, touching the axis of your daily work and your 12th house. A fear of losing something you associate with your livelihood or your behind-the-scenes life begins to lose its grip. You may realize today that a fear you have been carrying existed mostly in your own mind. You may also recognize that a hobby or interest has been quietly stealing your time, and it is time to release it. Let the clarity settle without panic. Also on May 6th, Pluto stations retrograde at 5 degrees of Aquarius. For you as a Capricorn, Pluto retrograde in Aquarius activates your 2nd house of money, resources, and values. Over the next 5 months, external financial pressure eases, and you have more room to make your own choices about how you earn, spend, and value your life. Use the time well. This is a window for reorganizing your relationship with money on your own terms rather than under duress. On May 14th, the Sun conjuncts Mercury in your 5th house. This is a day when you're thinking about children, creative projects, or romantic matters may not be entirely accurate. You may take something too seriously that is not actually that serious. You may also encounter a new connection, a person you meet personally or professionally. But the words, promises, and agreements of this day should not be taken at face value. Interesting ideas may arrive, but do not rush to act on them. Think them through carefully over the next several days. The new moon on May 16th at 25 degrees of Taurus lands in your 5th house and forms a supportive aspect to your sign. This is one of the most hopeful lunations of your year. A new moon in your 5th house favorable to your sign opens the door of the heart. It brings new desires, new inspirations, new creative impulses, and a genuine sense of optimism. Set intentions around romance, creative projects, children, and joy. Write them down. Be bold. Be specific about what would make your life feel more alive. And remember that this new moon is conjunct Uranus at 0 degrees of Gemini, so some of what arrives may be unexpected. A new interest, a new connection, a new reason to celebrate, an invitation that lights you up. New moons in this house also suggest that investments of time or money made now can produce meaningful results. Also on May 16th, Mars aligns with Chiron in your 4th house of home and family. Someone's words or a passing memory may stir a painful note from the past. You may feel the absence of someone who is no longer near. Be gentle with yourself. The wound is real, but the moment will pass. On May 17th, Mercury enters Gemini and moves into your 6th house of daily work and routine, where it will stay until June 1st. This is an efficient transit for handling the practical infrastructure of your life. Small repairs, organizational tasks, work contracts, paperwork related to your property or household, conversations about the health of someone in your circle. Small errands that have piled up will move faster than usual during this window. Use it. On May 18th, 2 things happen on the same day that will define your next 7 years. First, Mercury conjuncts Uranus in Gemini in your 6th house. This is the first of a series of Mercury-Uranus conjunctions in your daily work and routine house, and it brings your first conscious awareness that something in your daily life is ready to reorganize. The structure of your workday, the rhythm of your responsibilities, the organization of your home, the shape of your health routine. You may not see the full picture yet. You may just feel a sense of turbulence or a recognition that change is coming. Pay very close attention to the ideas, needs, or proposals that arrive between May 16th and May 23rd. They are the first signals of a 7-year restructuring. Second, Mars enters Taurus and moves into your 5th house of romance, creativity, children, and joy, where it will stay until late June. This transit forms a supportive aspect to your sign, making it one of the most favorable Mars transits of your year. Mars in your 5th house gives you active energy for celebration, creative projects, children's activities, and matters of the heart. What Mars in this house offers that is rare and precious is the alignment of what you want with what you need to do. Desire and duty coincide. If you are single, this is an active period for meeting new people. If you are partnered, this is a window for deepening the relationship. If you are a parent, this is a time of active involvement with your children. On May 19th, Venus enters Cancer and moves into your 7th house of partnerships, where it will stay until June 13th. This brings warmth to your closest relationships. Good news involving a partner. A new romantic connection for those who are single. New clients who are both profitable and pleasant to work with. Meetings with beloved friends. This is a soft, welcome transit for the partnership side of your life. Also on May 19th, Mercury sits between the lunar nodes while forming a supportive aspect to Pluto. For you, this alignment brings an important decision about your work. A conversation with your boss about a raise or promotion. A new contract with a client. An intelligent organizational choice that improves your work life. Say yes to what arrives. This aspect also touches your 3rd house, which means you may make a decision about transportation, a trip, or a learning opportunity. On May 21st, the Sun enters Gemini and moves into your 6th house, where it will stay for the next month. The spotlight shifts to your daily work, your routine, your health, and the practical tasks of your life. You will find yourself handling a high volume of small responsibilities, many of which involve other people. You may spend the month correcting mistakes, supervising others, or handling services you have commissioned. You may also turn your attention toward your health, exams, tests, exercise, supplements, or self-care practices. Then comes May 22nd, one of the most significant days of your month and year. The Sun conjuncts Uranus at 0 degrees of Gemini in your 6th house. This is the first Sun-Uranus conjunction of a 7-year cycle, and it launches a long chapter of transformation in your daily life. The choices you make in the days around May 22nd will shape the way your work, routine, and health organize themselves between now and 2033. Set intentions on this day. Be honest with yourself about which parts of your daily structure no longer fit the life you actually want. You do not have to know the answer yet. You only have to begin asking the question. On May 20th, the Sun sits between the lunar nodes while Mercury squares the black moon in its mundane placement. This day brings a strong desire to say what has been left unsaid, to clarify what has been implied, to name what has been read between the lines. An honest mistake may also come to light on this day, requiring correction. Both impulses are valid, but be thoughtful about how and when you speak. Not all truths land well when they are first delivered. On May 26th, the Sun forms a supportive aspect to Pluto. This is one of the most helpful days of the month. Processes that began in the winter of this year accelerate. For you, this aspect favors matters of health, the organization of your daily life, and the ways you earn. If something has been slowly building in these areas, today gives it a push. The month closes on May 31st with a full moon at 9 degrees of Sagittarius. This full moon lands in your 12th house of endings, release, and the quiet corners of life. Something long and slow is finally completing. A chapter you have been carrying. A pattern you have been living without choosing. A storyline that has outlived its usefulness. The full moon may arrive with a sense of wanting to draw a line under something, to leave the past in the past, even if the situation has not fully resolved on its own terms. This is also a day when you may realize that a good idea you have been avoiding deserves pursuit after all. You invented reasons not to move forward. Today you see that the reasons were fear, not truth. But the energy of this full moon is sharp. It activates a sensitive axis in the mundane chart, so the days around May 31st require care. Do not take unnecessary risks. Let the closure happen on its own rhythm. Here is the through line of your month, Capricorn. May is asking you to stabilize, soften, and listen to your heart while the structure of your daily life begins a 7-year renovation. The first half of the month grounds you. The second half opens your heart. The new moon on May 16th is the joyful door. The Sun-Uranus conjunction on May 22nd is the structural shift. The full moon on May 31st is the closing of a chapter you have been carrying longer than you realized. 3 different kinds of movement, all happening in the same month. All part of the same arc toward a version of your life that fits you better. A few practical recommendations for navigating May. First, honor the completion around May 1st. Let the collective chapter close. Second, avoid important decisions on May 5th and May 14th. These are days when clarity is compromised. Third, on May 16th, let the new moon open your heart. Set intentions that have nothing to do with productivity. Set them around joy. Fourth, between May 17th and May 23rd, pay very close attention to what needs to change in your daily work and routine. These are the first signals of a 7-year reorganization. Fifth, on May 22nd, be honest with yourself about which daily structures no longer fit the life you want. Sixth, on May 31st, do not take unnecessary risks. And let the long chapter close gently rather than forcefully. One final note. Uranus in your 6th house over the next 7 years is going to reshape how your daily life is organized. Some of the work you currently do, some of the routines you currently follow, some of the daily responsibilities you currently carry. These will look different by the end of this transit. And for a Capricorn, who builds their identity on structure and discipline. Watching your structure change is not always easy. But the structure was not serving you as much as you thought. The new structure will. Trust the renovation, even when the dust is still in the air. Please remember that this video is for entertainment and personal reflection purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional advice of any kind. Every situation is unique, and if you are facing significant challenges, please consider speaking with a qualified professional. If this resonated with you, drop in the comments which transit you are most paying attention to this month. Save this video so you can come back to it as May unfolds. Thank you for being with Stars Aligned. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a blessed month ahead. You got this.